And it's dangerous to think what she would be like in the White House. Kind of like Gretchen Whitmer. I think they could have traded either one of them and Trump would have had the same problem with either one of them. Because they will, I really do believe this, she will be the greatest threat to religious liberty and freedom of speech you've ever seen. She actually said that Elon Musk, not their side, they're so blind to their bias that you have freedom of speech as a privilege. They automatically are the elites. They have the power. And she said that Elon has a lot of influence, and that influence can be taken from him if he's not responsible.
Wow.
When did the government have the power over the Bill of Rights to determine your freedom of speech? That's the language of the Marxist totalitarians that give you permission to have a license to speak on the air and can take it from you if you're irresponsible, meaning you don't say what they want you to say. So I'm not going to say that this was the big shift in the election that the left is saying. And I could have had that mentality, but I think I was listening to Bongino and some other people that have been in media a long time, politics. Like he said, it comes down to sound bites and snapshots. That's what you remember. And what the guys at Daily Wire were saying, because I spent like an hour, I couldn't sleep last night, I just devoured everybody's opinion on this. And the guys at Daily Wire, you know, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, all those guys, they said that in an internet age, people handle this material differently, and it will become a meme war. What you're going to see, it's almost like you have to wait 24 hours to see how bad the damage was for the debate if you're concerned about it, because the memes actually are such that her faces are all scowling, condescending, arrogant, and elitist. The expressions are studied and artificial, and those expressions are so distracting. But they actually, in snapshots, aren't going to work well. The average American middle-class guy doesn't want to be lectured to. And that's the danger that can happen when you have a progressive female that is attacking a male. It goes both ways. Secondly, the memes are going to favor Trump because Trump offering her a MAGA hat or, I'm talking, don't interrupt me, blah, blah. And what I love about Trump, which is so hilarious, actually, do you have that Twitter post? He has if you ever want to know what makes this guy successful, he's got a cheerleader in his head for Donald Trump. He's not delusional. He wins. So he'll shave off a point in his game here or pick up a cool person over there or a quote. But his ego is kind of interesting. Here's what he posted on Truth Social. Image 12. I thought that was my best debate ever, especially since it was 3-on-1.
Exactly.
And then I thought, oh no, he's so disconnected, because the first thing he said in talking to Hannity after the debate was, they're asking for another debate. You know what that tells me? You only asked for another one if you thought you lost. I was with him. Listen, this is hilarious. I was with him, the couple of times I was with him, I was up at Trump Towers, and he's pointing outside the window. This is hilarious. At protesters, but he thinks they're supporters. And he says, look at this. Everywhere I go, the media is coming against me. No matter what I do, they're finding fault. But the people are lining up out there right now cheering me on. I've got the people behind me. It was hilarious because they were actually protesters, but he was so high up he couldn't see they were anti-Trump. He thought they were all there to encourage him. He's got a mental state that interprets stuff that way. I honestly think it's a big secret to success so that you don't catastrophize all the time. Hey there, you just listened to an excerpt. That's a little bit of the podcast. So if you want to get the whole thing, because there's a lot more content there, go to lancewallnau.com/podcast. And instead of getting an excerpt, you get the entire message.